I'm Jeremy Scahill from Dropsite News. You're about to hear the final episode of our new investigative podcast series, The Palestine Laboratory, from journalist Antony Loewenstein.
Welcome back to the Palestine Laboratory Podcast. I'm Antony Loewenstein. In the years leading up to October 7, 2023, I was investigating how Israel was using the occupied Palestinian territories to test weapons and surveillance tools before selling them globally, all while claiming to be one of the world's most moral armies.
The Israeli army is going to lengths that no other army has done to prevent civilian casualties. No other army.
What's happened since in Gaza has utterly disgusted me. We've seen the massive acceleration of new weapons and new surveillance technology on civilians. The acceleration of the Palestine lab is happening in real time. The result is what Palestinians have long feared, an excuse for Israel to ethnically cleanse and destroy vast parts of Gaza, rendering it unlivable.
They don't just target this one room or one apartment. They knock down the entire building over the heads of their residents.
This series started at the beginning of the 20th century, where the kernel of Israel's modern-day military mindset began, and then took us into a post-9/11 world. In the last 17 years, there have been 6 major Israeli bombardments on the Gaza Strip. And since 2007, the territory has been under an Israeli and Egyptian-imposed blockade, cutting the population off from the outside world to create what is essentially the world's largest open-air prison.
It was planned, it was designed for Gaza to be used as a workshop.
Today, Israel is one of the top 10 weapons exporters, and their security, defence and surveillance sectors are one of the biggest in the world. The Israeli army has become such a huge part of day-to-day life that things like mandatory conscription and army bases inside universities are just standard practice.
This is a society that is built around the army, that thinks around the army, and that serves the army.
In this final episode, we're looking at what's happened since October 7, how Israel is increasingly automating and outsourcing the violence of war to machines and artificial intelligence, and we'll hear from people on the ground in Gaza who are finding humanity amidst it all. Now, more than ever, we must understand and uncover what Israel is developing and exporting, and how it's fueling conflict and government control around the world. What happens in Gaza won't stay there. Episode 4, After October 7.
As a thank you gift to paid subscribers to Dropsite News, we are making all episodes in this series available right away on October 10th. You can become a paid subscriber today by heading to dropsitenews.com/Palestine Lab for a 20% discount on your subscription. That's dropsitenews.com/Palestine Lab. For free subscribers to Dropsite, don't worry. New episodes of the Palestine Laboratory Podcast will start rolling out the week of October 14th. To subscribe to our feed, search Dropsite News wherever you get your podcasts.